Hello, chicos and chicas. Today we're going to learn how to multiply fractions. We're going to first start with fraction by fraction, and then we're going to move on to a fraction by a whole number, and then a multiply a fraction with a mixed number fraction with a mixed number fraction. But first, let's begin with this. So I have 2/4 times 1/3, and this is extremely interesting to use. So pay a close attention because even though multiplying fractions is actually rather easy, the whole science behind it, so like the whole understanding behind it, it's a little bit confusing to explain. So we have 2/4 times 1/3, and we do not need common denominators for this because you're actually going to be creating a whole new denominator. So we are going to start with our area model, and I'm going to try my best to explain because it's a bit confusing. Okay, so we have an area model, and we are beginning with R, and I'm going to change this to black so that everything is staying consistent. We're going to change this to 2/4. So I'm going to have 4 parts, and it is very important that you go one direction. So this time we're not going to do the like that crisscross. We're not going to do this because that is going to get confusing. We're going to use this in one direction. So we have 2/4, and so I go ahead and do 2/4 of that. So I have 2/4, and this is 2/4. Now I'm going to multiply it by 1/3. So that means that I have to go across the other direction. So the other direction meaning this way in thirds. So I'm going to have, this is my area model, and I'm going to have thirds now. Now out of those thirds, so 1, 2, 3, out of those thirds I only have 1. So I'm going to go ahead and circle this one. And now I have a new, if you look at this area model as a whole, I have a new denominator. So I really just have how many pieces in total? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But because I only have 1/3 of whatever I had before, I only have 1, 2. So see how this is the only shaded thing underneath that 1/3? So I have 2 12s, 1, 2. So I have only this. Yes, these were originally shaded, but because they're not part of that 1/3, so I have 2/4 of 1/3. So it's saying 2, you don't see it. Let me put this over here. Saying that I have 2/4 of 1/3. When we're multiplying, we're saying that we have something of 1/3 or of one, whatever fraction is over here. So if you can see this, 2 times 1 equals 2, and 4 times 3 equals 12. So that is what I'm saying. Like, it is extremely easy to multiply fractions because you're literally multiplying the numerator times the numerator, and the denominator times that denominator to get your answer. So 2 times 1 equals 2, 4 times 3 equals 12. However, when you're doing the area model, you can only use 1 because one side is going to be the 2/4 and the other side is going to be the 1/3. I only have 1/3 of the whole thing. You get me? And so I can only select this 2 pieces because they're the only ones that are shaded in that part. Okay, chicos and chicas, let's do this one more time really quickly. Let's choose different numbers. Let's see. Let's make it 2/3 times 4/8. Now this is going to be interesting. Let's see. So one more time, I have a whole, so an area model. I have a whole, and in one side we have 2/3, and we're going to use the denominator. So I have thirds, and I have 2 of those. 2/3, and on the other side I have 4/8. So I have to I have to go across and make 8s. So 8. And to do that, I have to do it in fourths first. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I have 4 out of those 8. So I have to go ahead and circle only this, and now I can go ahead and count. So in total I have 1, 2, 3 times 8. 3 times 8 equals what? 24. I have 24 in the whole thing, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 24ths. Okay, so we're only looking at this part when we're looking for the numerator. So 2 times 4 equals 8. 3 times 8 equals 24. Okay, so this is how to multiply fraction by a fraction. Hope this helped. I'm going to go ahead and start making the video for how to multiply a fraction by a whole number. And then we're going to go ahead and learn how to multiply a mixed number fraction by a mixed number fraction. Okay, so stay tuned. These are just today. Monday is only going to be for viewing the videos and trying to understand how to multiply. Now, if you want to do this at home, your own paper and pencil, you can do it, but there's no assignment. The only thing I request of you is to watch the videos today and try to understand them, because tomorrow you're going to be doing word problems. And so I highly suggest that if you want to try this by paper and pencil first, do it. But tomorrow you're going to do this using word problems. Okay, chicos and chicas, goodbye.